Hello, it's Gayle Palmer here from the Living Elements Clinic. I've been thinking about hobbies. What hobbies have you got? Are you a gardener, or do you play tennis, or do you swim, or are you a keen yoga or Pilates practitioner? What hobbies have you got? I have a few. I have gardening. I am a sailor. I competitively race in Chichester Harbour. And I like making things. So kind of crafty type stuff. When we use our bodies, when we do our hobbies, we use our skills. And those will vary depending on what we're needing to do. Over time, if you do a hobby a lot, you not only increase your skills, you increase your neurological ability to do that hobby, whether that's hand skills or balance skills or muscular support, whatever that might look like. And you can also increase your mental capacity. So if your hobby is playing chess, then your analytical skills increase, for instance. And you go from being a beginner to hopefully becoming more of a master and getting better and better at it, or increasing the range of skills and tools that you use. This means that your body adapts. You become more skilled at whatever it is you're doing. Osteopathy uses exactly the same principles. We put it in a slightly different way though. We describe it as structure governs function, and function governs structure. I often explain it like this with my patients. If you want to do long distance running, the best physical shape to do that is to be a Masai Mara warrior, because they run phenomenal distances out in the bush in Kenya, etc., seemingly with long, tall frames next to no muscles, but they are long distance runners. They are endurance runners. So their morphology is based on long distance performance. But if you ask them to do some bench presses, I can tell you it's not going to happen, because they don't have quite the right muscle fibre types, and their long shanks work against them when they're bench pressing, for instance. If you want to bench press, you want to be short and squat. So you start off with a particular frame, and most of us are in the middle, aren't we? If you think about it, we're average. But if you want to excel at a particular sport in this case, then having the morphology, the body shape, muscle type that you are most often going to use for that particular activity or hobby is a huge advantage to start with. After all, once you finish growing, you can't change your morphology. So as an osteopath, I use this principle all the time, because I'm working with my patients' bodies to improve their structure, improve their function, or both. So it's a good example. If you think back to the Winter Olympics, there were all those guys going round the skiing circuit doing their speed skating. And they always go round anti-clockwise, don't they? You've noticed that? They always go round anti-clockwise. So they are used to turning left at all the corners. It's not that they can't turn right, but they don't turn right. Now, in an ideal world, if you're a speed skater, you would have your right leg slightly longer than your left leg, because that's the one that's doing the pushing away from the corner of the bend. Now, obviously that's a bit ridiculous thing to expect, but it would make it much more efficient if you were able to do that. I can't change people's morphology, but I can change how small parts of their anatomy work or their physiology works to change function. That's where training comes in for instance, a marathon. If you want to improve, you train, you do more of it. So I go back to my question, do you have a hobby and what is it? Let me know in comments below. See you soon.